Happy Dragon Lucky. The show will begin momentarily.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. This is episode 8C. I think it's pronounced ADC. This is the 142nd episode. Reminder, nothing that we will talk about today is financial advice. Please stay tuned after the updates for our weekly AMA. It's 3 questions this week. And I believe that's right. 3 questions. We'll check. This week on Number Go Up, inflation. So inflation is reported to have hit 8.5%, which is the highest in 40 years. And that's only because it's all manipulated, of course. So the actual inflation rate is almost certainly much higher than 8.5%. It's all bad. They've been printing money like crazy the past few years. It's ridiculous, and bad things are going to come from it. Anyway, from there, we'll go to Dragonchain updates. So I had joined Startup Savants to talk about Dragonchain's history and blockchain fundamentals. It was a really good podcast. And there is an audio podcast with the full hour plus, I believe, interview. And there's a video of me answering questions that selected out of it, I guess. Really good stuff, though. They had great questions. Their team was awesome. We're hopefully we'll have them on the blockchain roundtable or something similar soon at some point, depending on what makes sense. Next, so go watch it. It's probably worth watching. I would get annoyed watching it because it's me. I don't like to hear my voice, but do go watch it. And let's see here. Next, we will go to Den.Social updates. First off, the LCP announcement, the layer creation process commitment phase for April 2022 is now open as of this morning. It will run for 1 week, 7 days, a quarter of a moon. It will end next Tuesday morning. So get in there and make sure that you get your lore committed where you would want it. The interesting thing that we are running this month that was based upon a DAO vote that was a successful or a vote that passed was that the number 1 ranked layer proposal by unique voter will be created. That's common. That's pretty much every month. And this month, though, we're adjusting the lore committed side so that it isn't at least the experiment as declared in the governance issue was that making it the top by lore leads to a horse race. So you always have the same layer proposal that gets the highest count of unique voters, as well as the highest amount of lore, because once either side is a sure thing, everybody jumps in. And this was to counter that. And so the experiment is to make or to create the number 8th and the number 13th layer proposal as ranked by lore committed. So it's going to be really hard if somebody were to try to game it. And it hopefully will just be more in line with what people want to see. So that's happening. Make sure you get in there. Make sure you commit to it. I'm going to go look at everything and get some commitments in the next few days. I'll probably keep going back as well. Also, tune in tomorrow for Coffee with Den at 0900 Eastern Daylight and 0600 Pacific Daylight Time. And then the Den governance call, and it's essentially a meeting. It's less a show than a meeting, where very informal. If you want to discuss anything going on in Den, including something that's not on the agenda, you can either add it to the agenda in the post on in the Den DAO layer, or you can come on live and surprise us with a very difficult question or something. So get on there, try that, do that. We'll see how it goes. And now we go to the World Blockchain Roundtable updates. Episode 47 will be on Thursday. The topic is individual liberty in an era of globalization. A very appropriate topic for what's going on in the world right now. And we'll see what everybody has to say about it. Hopefully, I do believe there were some good questions in there already. I think I had a look. But make sure you watch and share last week's episode, which was the rise of privacy tokens due to CBDCs. It currently has over 1,600 views, and the more views it gets in its first week, the more all of the participants will get. Let's see here. And there is also an open governance issue in the World Blockchain Roundtable DAO in the layer, which is for theme suggestions for May. So go in there and leave a theme that you would like the hosts to discuss. The top 4 themes, as ranked by the voting, will be placed into a layer GI for the roundtable lot holders, the DAO, to vote on. And any of them that make it that are selected for May will get lot rewards for the show that uses that topic or theme. So watch the roundtable this Thursday at 3 p.m. UTC. And is that right? Is it 3 p.m. UTC? Yeah, that's right. Okay, and that's it. That's all the updates. So AMA right after this.
Now, more than ever, our data is at risk. Our supply chains are in jeopardy. Our systems are broken, and businesses feel powerless. Dragonchain gives you a different way, a safer way, a better way, and you have power over your data. Dragonchain gives you proof in an untrusted world. Build now at Dragonchain.com, America's blockchain.
Okay, so now we are going to refresh the post to see what the updated list of questions are. Okay, so first up is tweaks. In this blockchain world, since most projects are open source, projects tend to imitate others and act as if it's their own idea. What makes Dragonchain or Den.Social unique and stand out against others? I'd say the fundamentals and the fact that most all of the concepts that we're using, or at least the ones that I think about, originated with Dragonchain, whether it's time, the ability to stake without paying fees and putting your own tokens at risk in a smart contract on Ethereum, the ability to do what we do with DAOs on Den, the ability to scale. That's probably the biggest set. If you go look at the goals at the very start of the Dragonchain white paper from 2016. I think that's what really sets us apart, that everything we do is based upon those goals and fundamentals. And, it's kind of sad to say, but I do think we're still really early because although when people get it, they really get it, and they become very interested parties, either in trying to get their organization to adopt it, or to figure out how to get their project funded to use it. But it's still so early that itself is often difficult, because they have to talk to everybody else inside. And I've talked about this all the time, and you guys are probably all bored with the answer, but it is essentially that the more that we have to deal with people going on about number go up, and the crypto world in general only being about token prices and financial speculation, the harder it is to get those fundamentals in the light where people can realize they should be using them. And that would be in gaming, that would be in supply chain, that would be in nearly anything that is of interest today could use blockchain in some way. And so often, like I say, whenever we talk to a bank, they are very, very focused on tokenization of assets, and they don't understand anything beyond that. And it's just something that needs to change. And that's what's different about us, is the scale and the ability to integrate or interoperate with a lot of different systems, and provide unique capabilities. Sorry, that's a long answer. HODL. Win referral and marketing campaign to promote Den.Social on mainstream. We definitely have in the design work to do referral campaigns for user adoption, that is for new accounts. We have not implemented that yet. We already have, and that's what all of the boosted posts are, or at least some of the boosted posts are external referral links that people get rewarded for sharing. And I would say everything. So if you click the share button, it includes a referral link for any content in all of Den. And there's already a small rewards pool that is used every day for anybody that shares that content. So if you're talking about mainstream, I don't know how mainstream any of what people think of mainstream really is. It's most of it is BS, fake stuff, filled with bots, filled with whatever. So anyway, that's already there a little bit, and I don't know. It's we're still very early. We're still building stuff out, and a lot of the partnerships will help as well. Like say, if you go and look at what number one, what Sticky DAO, as an example, is saying about what they are using Den for, go look at that and see how interesting it is, and then see the reactions of people outside of our community to it. It's a very interesting conceptual capability, and it's a very interesting thing that a lot of these people haven't seen anything like this before, or thought about doing it this way. And the fact that it just kind of fits into their needs is a very good thing. So I think a lot of what we will get out in the mainstream is going to be based upon other projects coming in and using our stuff. So when new people come in, be polite, right? Be nice. Don't be rude. Anyway, okay. Josh O. Let's see. I've heard you talk about cross-posting, whether it's platform or layer for layers. Could it just list all the layers at the top rather than see it posted 3 or 4 times like we do now? Yes, that would be the best part, or one of the, maybe the best part, maybe not the best part, but that would be one of the really good parts about a formal cross-posting capability, because you would see it once, and instead of seeing the single layer, you would see, oh, this is something that has been cross-posted. And I don't know how we'll do the view, but it'll definitely list the layers that is cross-posted in. And in case you don't know, one of the very interesting pieces about it are anytime that you see a a post that you look at it and say, what, that should be in this layer, and it would give you the opportunity to put it in that layer with no risk to the original content creator. If you are if it's a silly thought, or if it's really the wrong layer that you're putting it into, you would be penalized. But at the same time, if you put it into a layer that it performs in, you are not only being rewarded, but you're also helping the original content creator to get more rewards. So anyway, let's see here. Do you think the last? I'll go ahead and answer it. Right? Do you think, because this is more informal, you don't get an extra lot, but do you think the last hour or minutes of LCP voting will look pretty wild? Maybe. Probably. I don't know. It kind of depends on if people are going to try to snipe stuff, but you'll never know if somebody else is trying to snipe. Who knows? And yeah, I would imagine people will be moving lore around, trying to manipulate it. At the same time, you might, because they realize this is the way it's modeled, ideally, they will just put their lore where they actually want it. That I really want to support that layer proposal, that community, and they'll just put their lore there instead of trying to game it. So it'll be interesting. You'll have both probably. And also, you, no matter what, you will have the top 5 runners up that you could create with a matter fee, and anything with more than 8 lore unique voters in it. So it'll be interesting anyway. I know of at least one layer that I'm considering paying to have created after this is over. I really doubt that it'll be number 8 or number 13, but we'll see. So anyway, that is it. That is the 3. Those were good questions. Thanks a bunch. And come back. Anybody who didn't get something answered, do come back in next week and ask the same question if it makes sense. Let's see here. Let's go to merch. So hoodies. Use coupon code hoodies-2022 for 10% off any hoodie in the Dragonchain.Store. There's Den stuff. There's the coat of arms for the dragon family, so on, so on. All good stuff. So there's good variety, right? And in closing, watch us again. Super happy Dragon Lucky next Tuesday. Make sure you follow Dragonchain, Real Denizens, and Jojo Row on Twitter, on Den, and I guess everywhere else. Like, comment, share. That's it. Thanks so much.
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Adaptable, all capital, label radical yet rational. Adaptable approach is palpable if this animal is fallible, but that conclusion is laughable. So with for all detachable from the mandible, you see it now.